Hey friends, I am here in my kitchen with a whole selection of sweet things. So when it comes to sweetening food, say you're making something a baked good, I don't know, just some food, savory food sometimes has it too, tea, coffee, whatnot. There are so many options of natural sweeteners. I know some people do these non-natural sweeteners, and there's actually other natural sweeteners, but I don't have any of them. I don't have any of the 0-calorie natural sweeteners. I think they all taste kind of weird, and I just use sweetness in moderation. So I wanted to run down this line of sweeteners here and tell you about them, and we were going to dissolve them in water and see how that works out for if it goes in your coffee, your iced tea, whatnot, and just kind of compare the flavors. So I need to stop being hunched down. My counter is a little low. And first off, there is cane sugar. We're all pretty familiar with that. I think I need a spoon. Okay. So we're all pretty familiar with cane sugar and what it looks like, what it tastes like, so it does this sort of thing. It's pretty standard, and it tastes like sugar. We're all very, very, very familiar with this. Sweet, good, nothing fancy. Doesn't really taste like a lot, just tastes like sugar, right? So let's put that over here. Get that off. This is good for if you're adding zero flavor to something, say you're sauteing up something, and, you can actually, like, some Chinese food has this sometimes, whatnot. Now, next in line, I wanted to buy dark brown sugar at the store, and where I went, they only had light brown sugar. So let's get this bag going down. Okay. I need to open this up. So the darker it is, the more flavor it will have compared to sugar. And I like to use this like in a pasta sauce. I'll add a little bit, just things I want them to have a little flavor. Now, what is in brown sugar is sugar and molasses. That is how it gets its flavor. So dark brown sugar will have more molasses than the other. I'm trying to pour it out. Looks just like sugar. Okay. Now that is some flavored sugar. It's super delicious. I'm going to put it in the bag so it doesn't get everywhere. Okay. I will often use more brown sugar than normal sugar when baking, just because it has flavor. And this light is really wonky on my nose. So just don't look at my nose right now. Look at the sugar, blend that sugar. All right. So then, actually, since we're talking about molasses, since brown sugar has molasses and sugar in it, I figured I would open up this jar of molasses and compare. So it's very ooey, gooey. Compare it. See, it's doing this thing, very thick. Okay. See as it drips a little. Now, molasses is super duper delicious, but you wouldn't want to cook with it unless you wanted your food to actually have the flavor of molasses, because it's out there. Like, you taste the molasses. There's just no missing that. So if you want to add the flavor, but if you put an entire like fourth of a cup or half of a cup of this in your cookies, they are going to be molasses cookies. So yummy, but yeah. And I guess we kind of match. So this is my molasses outfit. All right. So, oh, and thank you. So while we are talking about these, there is raw amber blue agave syrup. And mm, 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 mm. Whoa. So even I forgot how liquidy this is. This stuff, people often mix it with their teas and whatnot instead of sugar because it's very, very liquidy. Mm. It's light and flavorful. It's very good. A little bit honey-like, actually. So let's see how it mixes. Here's a cup of water. I'm going to try mixing a little bit of the sugar. Okay, so let's put sugar in here. And you can see it kind of floating around. The sugar is not really melting very much. That's what sugar does. It has to be with warm water to become one with water. I'm sure there's a term for that, and you're all going to say that. Okay, so now I'm just going to add some of the agave to here. And the agave does mix up, and you don't see it because it's more liquidy. Okay, here's the problem about doing this thing with sweeteners is as I do sweeteners, the more sweeteners I realize that I have. So I'm going to go grab another sweetener. Okay, maple syrup. This one is liquidy. It crystallizes pretty easily. It also has a very distinct taste. And just since I'm talking about them, I need to have them. And I know after all this, I'm going to have a sugar crash. Mm. Mm. Maple syrup is very good. You kind of have to want to eat it. I know they turn it into these candies and whatnot. So maple syrup, let's see how it absorbs. So actually, it is warm enough that my sugar has now become one with that water. Let's add some maple syrup. And that dissolves pretty well in there. Okay. So I am doing all of this right now instead of going to the gym, which yeah, press the button. I was trying to figure out what button. So what was I going to say? I don't know what I was going to say. Oh, what I was saying was I'm doing this right now instead of going to the gym. So that's kind of counterintuitive. If you're going to be putting sugars like this in yourself, you probably should be expending them because if you just put sugars in yourself, just not that healthy. So, okay. Oh, man. So this was going to be one of these. Okay, this one is stuck. We do not get to have excellent date syrup right now because the excellent date syrup is not being very excellent and it is stuck in here because I have not opened it in a while. But what we do have is date sugar. So I'm going to show you the consistency of this. It kind of looks, honestly, this looks like crumbled graham crackers. And I bought it because, I don't know, it was on sale at some weird discount store and I was curious about it. So, it tastes like dates, dried up pulverized dates, which are delicious, but kind of gritty. So this one is best for baking with. I actually have muffins over here that I baked with these. So I'm going to put them in this water. You can see they're floating everywhere. It kind of looks like the sand in here. So I don't know if it's on the container or when I looked it up. I always look up what to do with these things. And it said this is best if you're baking with it rather than putting it in like a tea, a coffee tea. So not great for coffee tea, date syrup, date sugar. But can replace this for a healthy alternative. It also kind of is expensive. Like this was on sale. This is $2 for this little thing, and this is like $2 for this huge thing. So, you know, not great value. Yeah, not great in there. And I think there is, you know, I'm getting sugar stuff everywhere. One more. I started doing this because I was doing a honey taste test, which means I've already tasted this, but this is about sugar. So let's see. This is about sweeteners, honestly. So this is kind of thick honey, you know, just kind of a little drippy. Unmistakable taste of honey. I think honey is delicious. This particular one is pretty, honestly, after having so many sugar sources, you kind of get fatigued on which one. Like, so this honey, just not that interested in drinking it right now. Let's find out if it will dissolve. So the honey is going to go in here. Some honey. And I am going to use warm water because that is what I think it needs for dissolving. For anyone who wanted to drink that other energy drink that I just poured down the drain, sorry about that. And it is all dissolved in here. It would have done the same with cold water, but this will do it quicker. So what we've learned is that, almost got it. Hi, yeah, hallelujah. I thought I was just going to say these are show pony muscles. Okay. I was able to get the lid off of the excellent date syrup. We will finish this video with that. I've used up all my spoons. So, fork. Whoa. Look how thick this stuff is. If you know what a date is, I mean, this is just, whoa, it's like an alien in there. Okay, so get off, get off. It's not normally like this. This is pretty old. I'm glad I didn't drink that either. Sorry, that was not very ladylike of trying this. This is truly excellent, as it says. Excellent! Delicious. From a Persian store, Middle Eastern store. I probably should use it up. Let's pretend I didn't read the expiration date. Okay, so this is excellent date syrup. You can also put it on toast, whatnot. It's very, very good. You should buy some. When you put this back, maple syrup, pancakes. Let's put this back. Agave syrup. I have not actually used this besides just now, but I bought it one day. Molasses. Very good for, I've made a few barbecue things actually with that too. And cookies. Brown sugar, I swear that goes in so many things. Pasta sauces, some pork thing with a little sugar. I don't know, cookies, pancakes. All sorts of things, brown sugar. Better than sugar. Granulated sugar. We all know that. Date. Sugar. Good for baking. Don't use it for anything else, really. Thank you. Honey. Yeah. Good for tea and baking. Let me put you in there. And I did this little cooking thing in this outfit because I was doing a honey taste test. This is my bee outfit. And I also wanted to prove that you can be fit and still eat sweets because it's just wrong that in order to be fit, you need to like only eat terrible, horrible, yucky stuff. The trick is moderation. I had a muffin this morning. It was homemade. I knew what went in it. It was just fine. You know, I have sugar in here. I'm not gonna eat the whole thing. This amount of sugar I consumed right now, not normal. Worth it for the taste test. And I also do exercise. So yeah, anyway, you've learned about all sorts of sugars. I've learned what sugars I had in my house. I forgot about it. And maybe I can cook up some other taste test idea. So yeah, hit the like button. Thank you. Thank you. And if you're curious who in the world I am, check out the link down below and you can find out. I do all sorts of stuff. I'm not always in the kitchen, but I kind of like being in the kitchen too. So, anywho, y'all have a wonderful day, and I'm going to get back to my painting studio. See you later.